Is that good? All right, because we are live. We are live. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my live stream here, my new broadcast that I'm doing from my office here in the training facility at MFP. And I wanted to get on here, see if we can answer some questions bright and early Saturday morning, see if they can help you out maybe. And I can also answer you if you're the one that posted this question in Reddit. Sometimes I come across certain questions here that never get answered. So I'm gonna get on here live as much as possible and give you my no sugarcoating, most honest answer and opinion, advice, recommendation, just whatever I can give to you. For those that are new in the channel, welcome. My name is Manny, certified personal trainer, creator, owner, and lead instructor of Mannys Fitness Program. Let's get into it because I'll be starting my class in around 20 minutes. So I have one class this morning, but before I did that, I wanted to get on here and see if we can get into a live broadcasting video here on answering some questions. Okay, so let's see. Comment section down below if you guys have a question, comment, or concern. I'll answer it here as well if I can. And we're also going to be covering the Reddit questions. I'm going to go ahead and add the question on the comment section in case you come in a little bit further into the video. The question is going to be there just in case. This question is from Immaculate Taurus. So here's the question here. Let's see if I can add it. Okay, he says, I started lifting again somewhat seriously. However, I'm starting from a place where I definitely need to be losing weight. Okay. The thing with these questions as well is that I don't get a lot of criteria to make a proper decision on what kind of advice to give. So bear with me here. I'm gonna try my best. And then he says, can someone reassure me I'm not wasting away those precious linear noob gains by cutting as much starting to lift? Okay. Something like that, right? Okay, so again, I don't get a lot of criteria. I don't know his height, his age, his weight, his background on fitness, body fat percentage. That way I can go ahead and guess his overall muscle mass. At the end of the day, trying to figure out his body composition. That's the most important thing to understand when you first start a fitness journey or workout regimen. We're gonna see what kind of goals somebody is trying to achieve, because the majority of the time it's gonna be weight loss. That's the majority of the time is weight loss. But there is few that want to gain muscle. We have to make the right decision, because right here he's trying to make sure that he doesn't waste away any gains that he's already made. Maybe he already built a little bit of muscle. He says, I started lifting again somewhat seriously. However, I'm starting from a place where I definitely need to be losing weight. So he needs to lose weight. It'll be good to know exactly where his weight is compared to his height. See if he's underweight, overweight, how much overweight, how much weight are we talking about that he needs to be losing weight, so on and so on. So it's a very good question. I love answering these questions because we have to get back to the basics. Where are we starting at? What I usually do here in the program is I do an initial weigh-in with body fat percentage monitoring according to your current fitness regimen, according to your nutrition, according to your weight, height, age, and then your body fat percentage. That's how we're gonna figure out if your goals are, first of all, realistic, and if your goals are set specifically for you. Because you can say, I just need to lose weight. Wait, you have to wait a minute. You have to wait a moment, because you might not need to lose weight right off the bat, because if you're very low on muscle mass and you're trying to lose weight, first thing first, you're gonna set yourself up for failure. And let me explain. Low muscle mass equals low metabolism, low strength in the long term, in the long run. You need that muscle mass for you to, first of all, have strength, because you can lose weight, but what good is it that you lose weight and you feel weak, you feel fatigued, you have no energy, you have no overall strength, and not muscle, not the bulk of the muscle. We're not talking about bulkiness. We're talking about lean muscle tissue. Muscle that has strength, endurance. There's a difference between power and muscle endurance. Can you endure doing 25 push-ups? That's muscle endurance right there. Can you endure weighted push-ups? That's power. A lot of times we don't have enough muscle mass or muscle endurance to withstand a certain physical activity. And a lot of times we're pushing, we're pulling, we're jumping, we're walking, running. All that requires muscle endurance, muscle power. So we need to build that. And that's why a lot of times we're not able to do certain things, is because of those two areas. Let alone cardio. Cardio needs to be implemented as well, because that's what's going to distribute the oxygen, the vitamins, minerals. That's gonna circulate your system, your bloodstream with the cardio. Okay, so that's why it's hard to answer these questions here. Can someone reassure me I'm not wasting away those precious linear noob gains? So he probably built a little bit of muscle. When you first start working out, you're gonna build muscle as you continue, because the body is fiending. It's in a state that is continually trying to catch up to your physical activities. If you're doing something that gets you exhausted continually, you need to condition. You need to condition the body. And I'm not talking about your workout. At your workout, you're gonna feel exhausted, and that's good, because that's where you're conditioning. You're training to the level of your peak. And once you hit that level of your peak, that's where you want to be, because that's the level. That's it. You want, if 1 mile, if let's say a half a mile is getting you exhausted, that's your peak. That is your peak right there. A half a mile is not a long distance. We should be able to do at least 1 mile. And to feel exhausted, not necessarily, maybe a little bit, depending on what you usually do on a daily basis. I always try to see the bigger picture, placing all your cards on the table. Your height, your weight, your physical activity, your nutrition, your rest, your age, all that needs to come into play in order for you to make the decision of what you're trying to reach. Trying to set up the right goals. Because this guy here is saying, should I, by cutting it as starting to lift. So he wants to start cutting. And what he means by that is to start consuming less calories than what he burns, getting in a calorie deficit, which is fine, depending where his muscle mass is. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Here's the best answer I can give to this guy is you will lose a little bit of lean muscle tissue when you cut. That's for everybody. That's why you want to build a little bit more muscle than usual before you start cutting, because you are going to lose a little tiny bit anyways. So if you're starting with no muscle and you start cutting, you're already depleting what you don't have. You don't want to do that. You don't want to come down to a state of muscle deprivation, basically. You don't want to deprive yourself from so much muscle loss. Therefore, if you have enough muscle, go ahead. You should cut. If you think that you need to lose some weight, because you know better than me, you might be overweight, and you already build a good amount of muscle, go ahead and cut. And if you see yourself wasting away way too much muscle from what you already have, go back to a maintenance level calorie intake. Go back to a bulking stage. Go back and forth. And the best way to do a bulking is going to be a clean bulk. That way you don't gain way too much body fat during your bulk. And little by little, you'll be able to lose that body fat weight. I'm not talking about overall weight. I'm talking about body fat weight. That's what you want to lose, is body fat weight and the least muscle weight possible. So, there it is right there. Let's see, what's his name? Immaculate Taurus. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to comment on your question here, see if I can answer it in a written form. And then I have a video as well that I'm going to be posting on my YouTube, and I'm going to direct him to that. So if you're watching this right here, glad you were able to watch the video, and hope I answered your question. And some of you that have the similar question as well, I hope I answered your question. I'm going to try to do this as much as possible. But other than that, if you guys like these kind of videos, don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification button. That way you don't miss none of my future videos. You guys take care, be safe, be nice with each other, always and forever. Mind, body, and strive.